When I think of springtime and Easter, I'm so often reminded of the renewal and revival that God gives to our stories and the way He's given that to mine. Hi, my name's Jill, and this is my story. My exposure to the church growing up was very limited. I went to VBS camps with my cousins in Texas, and I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't really have an understanding of anything, and I just wasn't really receptive to it. I remember going into middle school, and I was a pretty lonely kid. I would say I didn't really have friends, and I definitely didn't know how to keep them. I bought into lies that were being sold to me. Going into high school, my heart posture kind of changed towards religion, and instead of being closed off to it, I was like, okay, maybe God is real. Maybe He really does love us. And I remember one trip to Texas, my mom and I, we were there, and we went to church. I felt like my heart was already making a change and already like opening itself up to this whole new world I didn't know about. It felt like coming home, and it was just the craziest thing to just feel this like all-surpassing like peace and joy, and it just felt like a new beginning. We came back home to Colorado, and we were gonna try and find a church. And so the Brundage family, they introduced us to Pepsi, and we tried it, and we loved it. We wanted to get more plugged in, so my mom and I, we attended Alpha together. We really loved that, and everybody was just so kind and welcoming, and I didn't know that the church could be like that. The more plugged in I got, the more I started to find my identity in Christ and kind of just being my own person. And so everything that I had kind of believed about myself and was confused about and was hurt by and everything, that was kind of just like washed away. This past summer, 2024, I met my boyfriend Michael. He showed me a Christ-like love that I had never known and I'd certainly never seen. Definitely not within my own family. I didn't have a good perception of what love was like, and I didn't really believe that I could have something patient and kind and forgiving and all these different things. And then he showed me that that is possible for anybody. I decided to get baptized in August of 2024, and it was so wonderful because I had so many people who came to love and support me, Michael being one of them, and that was just so wonderful. And actually, shortly after my baptism, Michael had expressed to me that he wanted to get baptized. It was just so lovely that we could influence each other in just like the best way. Everything that I had known about God and everything, and my faith up to that point, which had felt really strong and really good, everything changed. On September 13th of 2024, about 20 days following my baptism, I got a call from Michael's mom that said he had been in a really bad motorcycle accident. When we got to the hospital, we were quickly let in, and they took us to this little waiting room where his parents were. And shortly after we'd arrived, doctors came in, and they had told us that he'd passed away. I went from having a really vibrant prayer life and doing a good job at really feeling and making that time really intimate and everything to it being more arm's length. I didn't feel like I felt the Lord. I couldn't see what was really happening or how He would be using this to, build my story. Nothing made sense to me. All I wanted to do was stay in bed all day, not do anything, just rot, kind of. And I'm so thankful I didn't, because God met me where I was at in that. Because I kept turning to community, and because I know that they would have me, and would be there for when I needed someone to lean on. Even just knowing that like our congregation would pray for me, that was so special, and that gave me a reason to keep showing up, to just keep pushing. In my mind, I feel like there's nothing more vulnerable than being in the wilderness, right? Like struggling, because you have nothing left to do but lean on your Father, who you know has got you. And I knew he had me, even if I didn't feel it, even if I didn't understand it. I knew, because of what he had done in the past, to show me that there is renewal in my life. There's hope to be found. And I had every reason to kind of give up. But God gave me life. And he gave me the courage to keep going.